Wednesday. All right. Today we're going to talk about our first hire. And a lot of you, if you already have your first hire, this might need to be your key hire. We call them a client care coordinator or executive assistant or whatever catchy words you want to call them. At the end of the day, your first hire needs to be somebody that's helping you. Because if you don't have an assistant, guess what? You are one. So when we talk about a client care coordinator or an executive assistant or whatever you want to call them, they still need to be doing dollar productive activities. Even though we call them a cost on a balance sheet, there's a fixed cost. You're either paying them hourly or salary or whatever it comes down to. We need to make sure we're treating them just like another agent. We need to make sure we're getting their SOI. We need to make sure we're introducing their SOI. Hey, they're joining the Bubba Mills real estate team. Welcome. We need to make sure we're following through the same process, going through the same onboarding that we do with one of our agents. We need to make sure that they are covering their salary with production every single year. Make sure they're bringing in leads. Make sure they're marketing for the company. Now, what they can also do, especially as you're starting your team up, they can also be running your past client program. They can be preparing your handwritten note cards. They can be setting up appointments for your top 50. They can be doing dollar productive activities to help you generate money, even though we call them a liability. Anything on the balance sheet or anything on your P&L that's fixed is a liability, versus an agent is kill what you eat, you get paid when something comes in. So an operations person, no matter if something comes in or not, we're making a payment to them. So let's make sure they turn into a dollar productive activity. So if we need to carve off a half an hour or an hour every single day for them to be able to work on it, or a couple hours a week, whatever that schedule is. So make sure we're getting their SOI, make sure we're notifying their SOI, make sure they're bringing in referrals into the company to cover their salary, to cover their bonuses, cover their payroll, however you're paying them. They can also be working again on your past client program, your SOI program, doing your handwritten note cards, working on your client events, calling your top 50, setting up appointments, etc., etc., etc. So they need to become dollar productive even though they're in an operations position. Every single person that's watching this, make sure your operations team are dollar productive. Make sure we're working their SOI. Make sure we're getting the referrals. There's no reason why they can't be bringing leads into the company just like all the salespeople are. Okay? So let's work on offsetting that cost and bring more money into the company. Okay? God bless. I will talk to you next Wednesday.